It's a new year and I'm hoping it's a good one, or at least better than the last. So to start off, let's do a movie that I promised to do, and that's the DreamWorks hit movie, The Bad Guys. This is a loose adaptation of a children's book series by Aaron Blabey, which is about a group of former villains who try and turn over a new leaf. Going by the covers, its theme is that of spying and espionage, while the movies go for a Lupin the III kind of vibe. But I haven't read the books, so I'll only mention them every once in a while. The director of The Bad Guys, the movie, is Pierre Perifel, whose prior work included a DreamWorks short called Bilby. The screenplay was by Ethan Cohen, who did the same for Madagascar 2 and 3. And the music was from Daniel Pemberton, most known as composer for both Spider-Verse movies. To be honest, I kinda wanted to do Bad Guys 1 and 2, but there's something about the second one that got me hung up. So let's see if this movie is deserving of its beloved reputation. We open at a bar where an anthropomorphic wolf wants to celebrate the birthday of his snake friend. Said snake isn't as enthused because he doesn't like birthdays.
I'm not a cake guy.
Seriously though, you don't like cake? Name one food better than cake.
Guinea pig?
So even as though these two are minding their own business, everybody seems scared of them. You'd think that them being carnivores is a nod to how Zootopia approached racism, but no, that would require more animal folk appearing in the movie. The real reason these two are here is because they're heading to rob a bank, shown with one long take akin to Pulp Fiction, and you gotta love the animation here. So instead of going the Illumination route with prettier and more realistic CG animation, this movie chooses to embrace cel shading and effect work. It goes without saying that some movies have adopted the look from Into the Spider-Verse or Mitchell's vs. the Machines. Not only does this movie look like a moving storybook sometimes, but it can still be as expressive and chaotic as 2D animated movies. I love it. A lot of the inspiration is pulled from sources like The Fifth Element, Ocean's 11, Sherlock Hound, Lupin the III, and even Ernest and Celestine.
Hey, you! Get off here! You're afraid, because I'm the big bad wolf.
Nah, it's actually because your snake friend's pointing a gun at me. You're actually good looking for most people. Speaking of, this is Mr. Wolf, played by Sam Rockwell, team leader, pickpocket, and getaway driver. Then we have Mr. Snake, played by Mark Maron, Wolf's best friend and expert safecracker. Next is Miss Tarantula, voiced by Awkwafina, who is the team's hacker. In the books, Tarantula is a guy, but hey, why limit the team to just guys, am I right? Next up is Mr. Shark, voiced by Craig Robinson, who's the master of disguise, despite being a shark among humans. Just that alone makes him kinda funny. Finally, we have Mr. Piranha, voiced by Anthony Ramos, who's short, short-tempered, and the team's muscle. Now all we need is a foil for this team.
It's them.
Ah, there she is! This is Officer Misty Luggins, voiced by Alex Borstein. Imagine a buffed Zenigata who still can't catch his prey. So like Nick Wilde from Zootopia, our heroes are crooks because, well, everyone just sees them as monsters. It's not because they're animals who walk and act like humans, no. It's because of the stigmas that come from their species like fear of sharks, fear of spiders, etc. That said, it's still weird that the movie never shows any other animal people as background characters, which can enforce the idea of humans fearing animals like them. I haven't seen other Bad Guys media, so right now the only non-human animals are named characters. And yes, there are normal animals in this world as well.
I know, sweetie. Don't think about it too much.
So our main characters are master thieves with a hideout that stores their loot. When they get there, Snake reminds everyone of his disdain for birthdays, but
I've made a lot of enemies in my time. I mean a lot. But out of all the people in the world, I hate you guys the least.
yeah, the humor in this movie is actually pretty funny. So aside from these dorky thieves, we also have the newly elected governor. Meet Diane Foxington, voiced by Zazie Beetz, or Ellen Fox in the books. She wants to curb the recent crime spree and tries roasting our heroes for being too predictable when robbing banks.
is nothing but a deep well of anger,
I ain't angry, you're angry!
denial,
Not true!
and self-loathing.
The only one I self-loathe is you.
So when she brings up the upcoming Good Samaritan Award ceremony, Mr. Wolf sets his sights on stealing its Golden Dolphin trophy. Everyone who has ever tried doing this before has failed, so maybe our heroes can defy those odds and make history. Snake is the lone holdout, but he changes his mind when the award recipient is a guinea pig named Professor Marmalade, voiced by Richard... yeah, I cannot pronounce this.
What do you say, Snakey?
Better than cake.
Okay, fine. But he better be delicious.
You do know non-sapient guinea pigs exist in this world, right? So Mr. Wolf goes over the plan in a voiceover as his team pulls it off in real time. They will nab the trophy from the backstage area while wearing disguises. Getting backstage requires a key card from Misty and a picture of Diane's eye to pass a retinal scan. As the heist proceeds, Wolf even flirts with Diane to sound gentlemanly, while stealing her ring, and she's unaware of what's going on. Or is she?
I can't miss a photo op with the governor in a pile of garbage.
Oh, Mr. Poodleton, you're too hard on yourself.
Hey,
From there, Snake sneaks through the vents, Piranha pulls an Agent 47 by stealing a waiter's outfit, Tarantula hacks the security system, and Shark on standby. Beautifully. Wolf finally steals the key card from Misty, but as he's getting into position, he also tries stealing from this old lady. This causes her to trip, but he saves her at the last second, leading to...
Thank you, dear. You're such a good boy.
All good, brother?
yeah, all good, yeah.
Ah, looks like doing good feels good. Now for Shark's distraction. Which gives everyone else a chance to reach the backstage area, beat up the guards, and cheat the retinal scan. During all this, Diane makes a speech about Professor Marmalade and why he's winning the Good Samaritan Award. His case comes from a heart-shaped meteor that crashed into the city last year, which caused him to use his wealth to rebuild the affected areas. He also helped everyone rebound by making them see the meteor in a different way. Anyway, as our heroes attempt to steal the trophy, they run into various traps made for them. Everything seems to be falling apart, but in the end, things go right as they manage to steal the Golden Dolphin. And as everyone starts to panic, Marmalade decides to pivot to something else.
Have to understand, I didn't bring Hope back to the city for an award. I did these good things because of how they made me feel.
He basically says that doing good brings a good kind of tingle in his body, which was something that Wolf experienced earlier. And sadly, this is what sets off Wolf's tail and gives away his crew.
Come on, you can't prove that.
My baby!
I can't believe a kids movie got to do a childbirth joke so casually. All that's left for our heroes is the classic grappling hook, but the only thing getting away are Wolf's pants. So Wolf and friends are arrested, but this gives him an idea. He approaches Diane to ask for a chance to do good with his friends since they never had a chance to. Marmalade finds this proposal good and gives a hard deadline. If our heroes can reform before his upcoming gala, they can get a clean slate. Diane is hesitant at first, but Wolf recites one of her lines.
I seem to remember that a wise person once said, even trash can be recycled into something beautiful.
So she agrees, while holding on to the trophy. The rest of Wolf's team learn what happened and are naturally confused, but he tries to calm their nerves and have them play along with him. They're brought to Marmalade's manor to begin their first day of reform.
A giant butt!
It's not a butt. It's a lamp in the shape of the Love Crater meteorite.
Oh. Well, I thought it was a butt-shaped statue. This leads to a few gags from Marmalade trying to teach our heroes how to be good, like Snake refusing to share a push pot with Shark. It's juvenile, but also hilarious given how these characters normally act around each other. Other kindness lessons include helping old ladies cross the road, with Wolf standing in for said lady, which doesn't end well.
What do you say? You think I can't do it?
And of course, there's the classic cat in a tree rescue.
What in this scenario would give you that good tingle?
Eating it? This is why I always carry 2 pieces of bread with me.
You stay away from that cat. But then Marmalade has a new idea, sending our heroes to do a good heist to rescue guinea pigs from a lab that experimented on them. Wolf and the others also have to do this while wearing onesies.
Well, there goes our street cred.
I don't know, this feels a little too risky since Marmalade still has to answer to Diane and the police. And the heist goes about as well as you'd expect. Very funny, with Snake totally eating those guinea pigs.
We're supposed to save them, not eat them?
Well, I'd say they've gone to a better place.
Someone on that team clearly knows a thing about vor. This gets our heroes into trouble, and Diane also chews out Marmalade for such a slip-up. She also scolds Wolf for not trying to reform, but he argues that even if he did, who would believe it? This plays into the idea that people will only see what they want to see, despite contrary evidence. But Diane also makes a good point about how she does actually understand him.
Is that so? A wolf and a fox are not so different. Maybe they will believe you, maybe they won't, but it doesn't matter. Don't do it for them. Do it for you.
We'll get back to that later. Being a better person isn't for others, but for oneself. This does make Wolf reconsider, and he even goes back to that cat in the tree and saves it from falling. His friends see this, and Marmalade got it all on video. I guess the social media of their world can also blow things out of proportion. The gang goes to get ready for bed, while Marmalade pulls Wolf aside. He says how the others aren't putting as much effort to reform, and how our main character might have to choose between them or his new outlook. Snake overhears this and starts having doubts, because wouldn't Wolf tell everyone if there was a change in plan?
I can't wait for things to get back to normal.
Now this time the gang has to get the golden dolphin from inside a vault. Misty has the RNG lock combination, but after getting that they'll have to hack the system to stage a blackout. This will give them a chance to swap the trophy for a fake, then walk out with the real one when it's all done. They get out of the limousine and are shocked at just how many people like them. Only Misty is still suspicious, which makes it easy for Snake to steal her stuff.
Their guard down.
Never mind. She's about to expose them by doing absolutely nothing. But to keep that from happening, Piranha gets on stage and starts singing a song. Shark and Tarantula join in as drummer and DJ, and it's both a distraction and a magnet for charity donations. This leaves Wolf with Diane, who wants to dance with him. Most people tend to ship Mr. Wolf and Mr. Snake because of their dynamic in this movie, but Wolf and Diane are an item in the books, though this would be more obvious in Bad Guys 2. So Wolf is really getting into being more of a good guy, and the charity even raised just under $1 billion. So when he has to do his part in the heist in the form of a speech, he gives up the golden dolphin to Marmalade. It looks like the pardon is all but sewn up, until the power goes out and the meteorite is gone. Oh yeah, I suppose there'd have to be a reason to introduce the meteorite aside from world building. Our heroes become prime suspects for stealing, but how the hell could they have done it when that thing is huge? Maybe Shark could lift it, but still. Of course, Wolf's original getaway message gets leaked, even though he scuppered the heist, so gotta scramble. Still, he leaves Diane an address to the team's hideout to give back the stolen loot. Otherwise, Lupin-style getaway sequence.
Crazy is what I bring to the party, Chico!
They get arrested, again, which leads to them talking with Marmalade. When he calls Wolf a good boy, our hero realizes that the old lady he saved earlier was the professor in disguise. It was all one big setup. Marmalade explains that the meteorite can serve as an internal power source for another plan of his, and that he needed the bad guys to do it since...
When people look up bad in the dictionary, do they see a sweet, adorable guinea pig? No. They see you.
Okay, admittingly, I think we all saw this coming. Although I do like it when the main villain is an animal that doesn't arouse suspicion. Marmalade also makes fun of Wolf for his traps, which provokes our hero into lashing out and guaranteeing a trip to maximum security for him and his friends. Meanwhile, Diane follows the directions to the hideout and finds the stolen loot. After that, we see the bad guys at SUCM, which is just scum but misspelled, where Wolf admits his desire to turn over a new leaf. Snake doesn't take this well.
I was trying to find us a better life.
That's fair, but don't forget there are powers that tend to screw people over and force them into desperate situations, thus negating any effort to stay clean. Snake accuses Wolf of believing that they're just a burden to him and wanting to change his ways, causing them to fight, until a ninja shows up? Hey, she looks like one of the criminals who tried stealing the Golden Dolphin in the past. Said criminal is the Crimson Paw, who also turns out to be... Diane? Who could have guessed, given her earlier sleight of hand?
Guess I'm still the best bad guy the world has ever seen. At least I used to be.
You know, Diane, the guards you locked up still have their eyes and ears on you. Did you just expose yourself? Anyway, we get an abrupt cut of our heroes escaping by boat with Diane and even blowing up the prison. She explains that she's onto Marmalade and what he's trying to do with the meteorite, so she wants our heroes to help her infiltrate his compound. But there's still the matter of Wolf mending fences with the rest of the bad guys. They all choose to walk away, and Snake even reveals why he hates birthdays.
Birthdays are a constant reminder that out there, I'm just a scary, good-for-nothing monster. But nothing compares to having the one guy I thought I could trust stab me in the back.
Damn, that's cold. Over to the real villain, Marmalade uses the power from the meteorite to control all the guinea pigs at his disposal. They all set off to do a major citywide heist and all hell's breaking loose. Meanwhile, Diane takes Wolf to her place to help him cope with losing his friends. She reveals what her criminal past was like. Back then, she was the greatest thief in the world who got close to stealing the Golden Dolphin. In fact, she could have done so, but...
All I saw in the end was the tricky fox that they always told me I was. It changed everything. So now, instead of hurting people, I'm helping them. I'm still me. I'm just me on the right side.
In the books, Ellen's backstory was of being hunted down as a fox, no doubt inspired by British fox hunts. That detail wouldn't make it cleanly into a kid's movie, so it's instead about doing good as its own reward. This is about the same as what happened with Nick in Zootopia, though there is one clear difference. Diane got into a position of authority, which she can use to directly help people, instead of just becoming a cop that enforces the law that hurts people. Anyway, this gives Wolf a chance to help others and think about what he wants out of life. He looks around Diane's personal hideout with her various gadgets, and they use a hacked satellite system to see what's happening in the city. Seeing the guinea pigs stealing the charity money, he decides to steal the meteorite to stop their rampage. He and Diane then set off in his car, which she took from the hideout. Speaking of, our heroes return to the hideout that's now empty. All that's left is a fridge with team photos and a single push pop. As Shark cries, Snake gives him the treat, leading to... a feeling.
Maybe we could be more than just scary villains. Oh, wow. Is this wagging?
Sounds like Wolf's right about the others having that tingly feeling from doing good. Snake tries denying this and decides against helping Wolf. So for now, the guinea pigs steal the money from the trucks delivering the charity money, while Wolf and Diane sneak into Marmalade's compound. Unfortunately, old habits die hard as Wolf tries nabbing the Golden Dolphin. They get zapped and captured, but Marmalade gives one more gut punch.
Hey, buddy, how's it hanging?
How's it feel to be working for your favorite food?
Ah, you're just jealous to be missing out on the heist of the century.
You cold-hearted bastard. You should have stayed in Vegas, you Raoul Duke-looking wannabe. Marmalade reveals that his belief about turning over a new leaf is all a shtick, and that he only ever cared about himself. Wolf and Diane are left to be buzzsaw fodder, but look who shows up. Okay, I'll forgive that repeated fart joke if you save these two.
Like I got a rhythm section in my fin.
And those two are mincemeat. Nah, both are freed and it's time to steal the meteorite. They stow it on the back of their ride and take off, but not before Wolf rescues that cat again and even gives it some shades. Man, I love that Wolf. The plan is to take the meteorite to the police and clear their names, but the guinea pigs are still under Marmalade's control. This also means that the stolen charity money must be moved to the intended destinations. So Diane and Tarantula go one way, while the boys go the other.
Every day getting harder to find. Everybody jumping
on the girls' trip?
Our heroes tag the trucks with disruption devices to ward off the guinea pigs, leading to fun action scenes from both teams. As the trucks head off to their intended stops, Diane tells everyone to rendezvous at the station, especially since she has to change back into her governor clothes. Although it does bring up one odd detail. Her tail is only sometimes there, as it's gone in other scenes. Maybe it's a clip-on, although considering Wolf had his tail missing in some scenes, I guess not having them helps out the animators a bit. So our heroes finally meet up, but the team isn't whole because Snake isn't there. Wolf decides to go after Marmalade right as he and Snake are having a fallout over the failed robbery. They try to convince their last holdout to come back, but Marmalade takes the helmet to sick the guinea pigs on them. It's another intense and creative scene. Then Marmalade takes Snake hostage and proposes freeing him for the meteorite. Wolf accepts, but wants to see his best friend safe first. As everyone's driving to the crater, the deal is off, and Snake gets kicked off. Wolf and the rest of the bad guys die for him, and...
Point is,
I love you too, buddy.
So beautiful. Do you know how beautiful this is?
As touching as it is, they would go splat in no time. So it's all up to the same grappling hook that failed them in the past, and they escape certain death. The explosion helps destroy Marmalade's helmet, which frees the guinea pigs. All that's left is for our heroes to explain themselves to the police. Diane tries defending them, and almost comes clean with her past as the Crimson Claw until...
Really a big fan
of redemption arcs, yeah, we know.
So our heroes turn themselves in for the other things they stole in the past, right on time as Marmalade crashes with the meteorite as if he's handing it back. But Snake reveals that it's a fake, because he switched it out for a fake one when he was wearing the helmet. Not sure how he could control the guinea pigs when that happened, but whatever. He then had them set the actual meteorite into overdrive to do one more good thing. Well, Marmalade, you got what you deserve. And as a final stroke, they find that one gemstone that was on Diane's ring, which was apparently stolen long ago, but because Marmalade took it from them, they think he's the Crimson Paw. Thank goodness the police isn't discerning or won't check the security footage from the prison to be sure. In any event, the movie ends with Snake saying he wanted to destroy the meteorite because it's too dangerous. He's obviously trying to fish for an apology from Wolf, but Wolf comes back with saying he was right about Snake being good after all. Ha ha! After a brief voice credit reel, we have a 1-year time skip where our heroes are out of jail for good behavior. But they're on parole, given some of the shorts, with Diane outside welcoming them to a new phase of their lives.
Not so scary now, are we?
Webbs.
Hit it.
If this were real life, most people would fall for you day one. But that's the bad guys, and it was a lot of fun. It's obviously a little predictable with its theme, and doesn't really go into situations driving well-meaning people to do bad things. Still, as a heist movie, it's just fun watching these goofball animals do all this stuff with style, which is what one wants from that sort of genre. The humor is entertaining for all audiences, with good character development for Snake and Wolf, while the music selection and animation help everything move at a brisk pace. I very much appreciate this stylized look, which can make it seem unique rather than chasing down diminishing returns from trying to achieve realism or whatever. I still need to see The Bad Guys 2, which I hear is just as good as the first one, and it's a good sign that people want to see more like them. Maybe this isn't a one-for-one adaptation of the source material, but I think it's good enough to get people to read the books that it did adapt. It's a way to breathe life into properties that only existed as books, even for a series that started in 2015, and I hope that those behind the movie, and just artists in general, get more opportunities to do projects like this. We need that creative burst, no matter what form it takes, and the Bad Guys did one thing good, which is make me love them big time. I'm the Media Hunter, media's my prey, and reviewing them my way.